Hi Capricorn, I'm doing something a little different today. I'm asking for questions. I have who are you now? Who's the who yet to come? Who's the you yet to come? And then who's the you you've always been but perhaps you weren't aware of? And then who is your other? And we have the Universal Golden here, the Lenormand Reverie, the Spirit Animal Guidebook, and then I have for actions to take, we're going to pull the Rider-Waite Mini. I'm going to do oracles at the end as well. So let's get right into it. This is for Capricorn. You're the last one for today. You're my 6th sign. I'll do another 6 tomorrow, hopefully. All right, so you're the 6th sign today. Start it with Leo. This is for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, who are you? Who are you? Oh, 2 cards just fell out right away. I didn't have time to do anything. I pulled my first shuffle and they came right out. You are the King of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. Capricorn, juggling away. Let me clarify the picture a little bit for you there. Okay. So this is the man of integrity. He's in his truth, but he can be kind of cold, the way he comes off anyway. This could be military, police, anyone who protects. Again, he's got like 16 channels online there between his legs. Capricorn, maybe you're growing out your facial hair right now, but again, he's the King of Swords is all about being in his truth, integrity, no matter what it takes. But it can be cutting and it can be cold at times. And this is someone juggling, perhaps performing. This can be the clown as well. This can be someone who's just a distraction so that people don't see what's really going on behind the scenes. Okay. In this deck, he doesn't look like the most friendly of most friendliest of guys either. So that's your energy that's coming up right now. So ultimately, it's the man of truth. Okay, he's in his integrity. Any intellectual pursuits, you know, that can be anything, any kind of professional field, or like I said, protection, military, police, all that kind of thing. So who is the you yet to come? Who are you meant to be? Who are you supposed to be, and who are you going to be? Who are you going to be? All right, for Capricorn, who are you? Oh, all right, can't do that. Half the deck. If more than 1 card come out, I'll do it, but not if 10 cards come out. It's too much for this read. All right, so Capricorn, who is the you yet to come? Who are you going to be? Well, these 2 came out together. We have the Angel, the Temperance card, and the Emperor. And they're very different energies. I think these might have come out together for somebody else as well. But, the Emperor is all about control, and the Angel is all about not controlling. It's that higher love energy of going off path, taking 1 step at a time. This is alchemizing, being patient and balanced. And there's Sagittarius energy and Aries energy here. So maybe a Sag and Aries in your chart as well. But this is the you yet to come, to be able to be a spiritual master and in control of your destiny all at the same time. And so who is the you you've always been, but perhaps you weren't aware of it? Who is the you you've always been? Oh, there we go. Got more than 1 card there too. How many is it though? Well, I'm going to show them to you because there's 4. Okay, we can deal with that. Oh, 5, a lot. Anyway, so the Hangman awakened here, coming together in joy, socializing, being your knowing, but keeping to yourself, like not telling. This could be pretending not to know as well. And then presenting your truth. So taking one of those swords and actually presenting it and making others feel bad, right? Maybe you're worried that if you tell your truth, you're going to hurt people's feelings. And this is Capricorn. Maybe you can be a little bit harsh at times. This is the you you've always been, but perhaps weren't aware of how much your truth affects other people. Perhaps you can hurt their feelings really easily. But again, you're awakened, or maybe you have an ego. You love to socialize and party. Maybe you didn't know that about yourself. But at the same time, you can keep a secret. But you need to be more careful about your truth because you really have the power to hurt other people's feelings. That's what's coming up as the you you've always been, but perhaps weren't aware of. Who is your other, Capricorn? Who is your other? Wild card. Look at that. Wild card. And for me, that's Libra energy as well. Let's move these over just a little bit because you got a lot of cards right here. Can you see it? Yeah, okay. We have that the Hierophant wants to be seen here as well. And this could be someone who takes a traditional role. This could be a leader. This could be a religious person. This is also coming up as the master of ceremonies, the one who brings the white flag down at the end of the race to tell you that you've won, right? Someone to manage things, to tell you when you've won or when you've lost, as opposed to you telling yourself that. So it could be someone who's always been dependent on other people telling them when they're being good and when they're not. And these, actually I have to show you this too, because this is big energy. So there's guilt here between this energy and this energy, which can be Taurus and Libra. And then again, we have Libra here. So your other definitely may have Libra in their chart. But again, this could be traditional, and this could be church versus state or the justice system. There could be divorce here. Someone's feeling very guilty. This could be this one leaving this one and feeling guilty about it. Or there's a third person here who's feeling guilt or shame about, passing information from here to here as well. Or this just could be stealing from each other, thoughts, words, and intellectual property. But yeah, that's coming up around your other person. And there also could be that if there's a third person, that could be a wounded warrior through work. So I'm going to leave that up there here. All right, the bottom of the deck here is the Page of Cups, which is innocence. It could be a child as well, or a loving message regarding Two of Cups here. Okay, there is a very high degree connection here of innocence or puppy love, or a child. And let me pull this back just a little bit so you can see the field of view a little bit better. Okay, and then we have the Lenormand Reverie. We're going to ask the same questions to build on this a little bit. So you're coming up as a very innocent energy, or with that innocent energy around you, an innocent message of love or puppy love, whether it's a relationship or a child. And who are you, Capricorn? Who are you? Who are you now, Capricorn? Here's the Power Lady, right? There's a Power Lady and a Loving Lady in this deck. And the Power Lady's coming up as who you are right now, in addition to this King of Swords. So maybe one is showing the masculine Capricorn, one's showing the feminine Capricorn. She's also very cutting. She knows how to cut through the crap. But again, that could be someone who could hurt people's feelings very easily. And the masculine's coming up as well, right? So the masculine sword is matching the sword of the scythe of the feminine. So whether you're masculine or feminine Capricorn, you both have the power to be very cutting with your words here. All right, so they're definitely power players, but I think the power woman is more business oriented. The power man here of Capricorn's coming up as more protection oriented, like military, police, or professional. 10 channels on board, so they could have remote viewing abilities, or just really into electronics as well. And again, entertainment industry here. That could be music, doing music boards I'm seeing. But again, it can be any intellectual pursuit, since there's a lot of sword energy along with your Capricorn here. So who is the you yet to come? 2 cards coming up here too, the Gift and the Well. So the you yet to come is diving very deep into your emotions to retrieve your gifts. All right, this is why you have your mission of spirituality, and as well being the master, the controller here as the Emperor. You need to dig deep to get your gifts. It may not be as easy for you to retrieve your gifts because you're still staying in some of the 3D energy here, but that's meant to be. Because you may have a business or something that you need to take care of that is part of your spiritual work. So you need to be the businessman and the spiritual worker, but you need to really work on diving deep to get your gifts here. That's the you yet to come. And then what's coming up here is the you you've always been, but perhaps weren't aware of. Who are you? The fish, abundance. Maybe you didn't realize how abundant you are, how much you go with the flow and understand that principle. And oh, these two cards match for me. This is like land and sea, but the same energy, right? This is the labyrinth of trying to find your way to the vortex. But the fish are doing the same thing in the sea. They're each in their own lane. That everybody has to take things in their own time. And Capricorn's the goat. They take things very slowly and carefully, but they never stop. They never give up. So they understand that, where to each his own, and each must stay in their own lane and go at their own pace, because they are very methodical. All right, and so your other, who is your other here? You know, this also has to do with going through the cyclone into the vortex, right? These are peeling back the layers in order to get to the truth, to your center, to your connection with your higher self, with Source, and the abundance that you achieve from that. And Capricorn's very much about big business. And they understand the principles of abundance, that it takes time, and one step at a time, that goat up the mountain, that you can't rush something profound. But again, you're being warned about being cutting to other people, that you can hurt people really easily with your words, because they're very profound. And who is your other? Who is your other? Which is destined here. Your other is this Page of Cups, which is a puppy love or a child, right? That could be a pet, it could be a child, or it is your new love, who is you're going through puppy love right now. And there's the angry man. There's some anger issues that need to be cleared first. This also could be childhood issues that you need to clear. Maybe you're dealing with loving yourself first, okay? That your other is you, that you need to love your inner child, and being an angry man is not loving your inner child. There's spirituality here to come, spiritual maturity. And this is you making a breakthrough here, okay? This is your other, actually. Okay, so your other is dealing with anger issues, or with maybe they were a child of abuse. And dealing with spirituality and an awakening here. And the angry man can be you or them. They could be the child dealing with your angry man, or vice versa. But there is a spiritual awakening here, and it is destined. The ride of your life is next. The bottom of the deck for you is the snake. This can be the poisonous snake in the Garden of Eden, or this can be the Kundalini rising, right? That seems poisonous because it hurts a lot. It can sting a lot, but it's a blessing in disguise, like the bacteria that gets into the clam or oyster makes the pearl, right? You don't know what it is until you understand the blessing behind it. So just be patient. But also there could be a snake behind, you know, there's an innocent energy right here with a snake right there. You know, that's not a safe place for them to be. So let's see what the spirit animals say about all this. And this could be about whether children should be getting the you-know-what or not, right there with the snake. And you may be very upset about having to make this decision. Or that could be your other as well. And whether you'll come together with an other who doesn't agree with you, or have gotten the same thing that you got, or didn't get the same thing you got. So let's see what Capricorn. Capricorn, who are you now? Who are you now? Because Capricorns are definitely leaders. All right, this is the whole deck has fallen in, but we have the Firefly. All right, this is about you exuding a whole lot of light, right? And being light, right? Being light like a feather, which means you've taken in a lot of light. You've been going through the ascension already, and you've gotten rid of a lot of the dark. And you need to stay light, stay in that high vibration, and continue to exude that high vibration of light. All right, so who are you? I'm going to show you these next two cards, because this I'm feeling is the masculine and the feminine energies here. So the masculine's just learning how to use his wings. This Batman always comes up as the divine masculine here. So he's just learning how to use his wings, just like the butterfly in this deck looks like a bee trying to learn to use their butterfly wings, because they didn't know they had them. And then this is the feminine, the crow, the spiritual, awakened ones, you know, kind of guarding the ascension journey here. And this is coming up for both of you here as the you yet to come, as the masculine and feminine. So you may have different roles depending on whether you're masculine or feminine Capricorn. This could be the masculine learning his gifts and the feminine guarding the awakening of the collective and helping them dig up their emotions from their subconscious energies here. And this is the you, who is the you that you've always been, but perhaps you weren't aware of. The golden egg. This is the heart chakra. This is the golden egg. You didn't realize this was you, but you are one of the chosen ones here with that cosmic egg. It's all about the unity Christ consciousness and awakening in the ascension journey to your abundance, peeling back the layers to get to the 0 point, which is being in the present moment, where's the point of, that's the point of creation, where all creation exists, right? If you're looking forward or looking back, you can't create because that puts you in a perpetual state of fear. Looking forward puts you into lack because you don't have it yet, and looking back puts you into sadness. So there's fear all around those things. You need to stay present in the moment and focus your intention on your heart space. This is really important for you. And there you have the wolf. Look, he's stunned into submission. Look into my eyes. I'm getting definitely hypnotism. Maybe you need to be hypnotized. Maybe you want a past life regression, or maybe you need to do that for a living for others. This is the you you've always been, but perhaps you weren't aware of the fact that you are based in your heart and you are very neutral, because here the wolf is usually the leader. He's not in that stance of neutrality, but you are. You're like the leader of the pack who's able to hold neutrality. And you didn't realize that. It's because of you're so heart-based, even though people might see you as very professional, right? Which requires a degree of lying, right? Because we all have this persona outside of ourselves where we go to work and have to be someone else to do our job. But you're able to stay in a neutral place while being in your heart at the same time. And maybe you didn't realize you had that quality and other people don't. I have these two coming up next too, the spider and the raccoon. So you have the ability also to catch people in the act. We have the raccoon there, right? You make them feel really guilty, right? He was in your trash can. And you caught them in the act. You caught him in your spider. But you're making them feel really guilty, but all they did was go into your trash can. So make sure you understand the power of guilt and shame, and that we shouldn't be making anyone feel guilty or shameful. We should, it's all about positive reinforcement as opposed to negative is what I want to say. And so be careful, Capricorn, because there's a lot of power in the way you use your words. All right. And so who is your other? There's definitely puppy love here for you, Capricorn. Who is your other? The frog that's growing up to be the prince. So again, this could definitely be your inner child. This can be your child, it could be puppy love, and if you're a twin flame, your inner child is your twin. So this is the frog trying to become the prince and get to the crown, which is the crowning glory, opening up your crown chakra, opening up to your higher self. And again, here is the Kundalini around the world, the egg of the world that is now fully awakening. The rainbow has gone out of the snake and is now in the planet, right? It has sealed the deal. We're now officially awakening the whole planet to ascension. Everyone is awakening now. And this is very significant to you, right? Because the frog is like the root chakra to the crown chakra here. Only they're not showing this as a chakra. They're showing it as just the frog that needs to grow up a bit. There needs to be some maturity here. And this is a masculine going into his inner child, or perhaps dealing with his own child, your other, very spiritually awakening and having a breakthrough, breaking through his crown opening. This is destined. This is the wild card. And again, there were some issues that this person's been dealing with, Capricorn, as a go-between or as dealing with a go-between regarding these two big energies of the major arcana there. And then this third person, perhaps the wounded warrior, dealing with coming together to co-create. But there's an issue there of guilt and shame. which is what I just brought up. So you need to be really careful about making people feel guilty and shameful about who they are. The bottom of the deck is the Lion. Maybe the Lion in you is coming out. We have Lionsgate coming up on 8/8, which is a huge graduation energy for the star seeds every year. And we have this Lizard energy underneath too. Lizard what I'm getting is they have a tough skin. And there's some people who have lizard in their makeup, right? There are certain people who are angelic humans. There are some who are reptilian humans. There are lots of interbreeding of the human existence. So there may be some of that in some of you, or you may be dealing with that kind of energy here, okay? You are the Lion here in power, leading here. So you may have Leo in your chart as well. And let's see what the oracle cards want to tell you. This is the energy deck for Capricorn. The energy deck for Capricorn. 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 Okay. Action. Take action. 17 is the stars. This is merging polarities. This is the dark and the light, accepting both sides of yourself and taking action based on merging the two. Being the star that you are, allowing your dreams to come true. You have the Magician and the Mirror here as well. You're reflecting, and this definitely could be twin energy here. 53 is the Knight of Swords, the Messenger of Truth, but also the Knight in Shining Armor. And this is calling you on your own shit, basically, me and my shadow. And there's different light coming out on either side, right? One is gold, one is silver, like the masculine and feminine. Although the left is, you know, this is the right hand, which is usually gold because that's masculine. But anyway, the masculine, the right is the masculine, left is the feminine. And it's like your inner war within of the masculine and feminine needing to merge to the middle, which you are doing here. You didn't realize that you had the talent of becoming neutral, but you do. But be careful how, you know, you could be heavy-handed at times and hurt other people's feelings for not a good reason. But this is a really positive energy. It's saying take action in merging to the middle. Be the Magician in the mirror. Look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. And are you happy with everything the way it is? And then you have the community to deal with too. So you could have children, you could be dealing with social life or a lot of girls in your life. The community at large with 7 is the Chariot. That's the Ascension community. So you're definitely on the Ascension path here. And then the bottom of the deck is all tied up. And I think it was Libra who got this. 23 is the King of Wands. And it's about getting out of allowing people to tie your hands so that you can't be free to be truly you. It's like living your whole life not you because of the way your family raised you. And then finally realizing that they don't have the right to tie your hands and not allow you to be authentically you. And again, here's that angel of balance of walking away and within and releasing yourself from the ties that bind. And then looking at your shadow and your light, merging the two. This could be your other self, which could be your twin as well. And then dealing with the man in the mirror and the community of ascension here again. So again, and it can be a close soulmate too. It doesn't have to be a twin. There aren't many twins out there, so don't assume that that's you unless you know it's true. And then we have romance angels. Romance angels. Romance angels. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. All right? So you can't have what you want unless you know what it is. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And free yourself. It's time to take control back of your life. The bottom of the deck is trust. So faith is faith and patience are the hardest things. But you need to trust. You need to trust yourself. If you don't trust your own thoughts, which is part of your connection to your higher self, how are you going to trust anyone else? This situation is calling for you to have faith. This is knowing that the universe has your back and to get out of the way. You know, frustration is a block because you're not allowing the universe to help you. The universe will guide you to everything if you allow it. But if you get in its way by being frustrated or angry or in fear, they're all blocks to getting what you want. So that's what faith really means. And there's reconciliation here, that someone from your past is returning to you now, to your life. And you need to have faith about this very soon. So you need to have faith and, again, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you, and to give your relationship a chance. Stay optimistic and free yourself. Okay? And I pulled them before I pulled the action cards. Sorry about that. I usually do them last. So I'm going to ask what action. Sorry, my lawnmower guys just got here. So that might be a little bit noisy, but I don't think you'll hear it too much because I have my mic on. All right, so for you, in the present moment, what is the action that you need to take? What is the action you need to take? Death. This is big transformation, right? Because this guy can walk all over people without a second thought, right? Got the old man on the ground. The children are kind of horrified to see you acting like that, right? The priest is over here and you don't care. You're walking right through. But it's okay. These may have been people who have held you down from being your true self. And it's okay to allow yourself to transform. It may just not be the easiest situation to go through, but it's necessary. Okay, this also could be a death or an ending that you're experiencing right now. This can be dark night of the soul. Okay, this can be a transition. That's not an easy one. Okay, and it has to do with lovers here. I just told you the King of Wands needs to get out of his traps. Well, there you go. This is the end, the death, dark night of the soul, dealing with affections and a divine lover. And the King of Wands getting out of not being his true self. He needs to lighten up there. And then who is the you yet to come? Who's the you you're going to become in the action that needs to be taken here? If this is the awakening the collective here, and being very present in the moment, which I discussed already. There could be some disgust coming up as well. And again, here's the masculine waking up the crowds, and the feminine being very present, like holding space in the moment. And then the you that's always been you. Who is the you that's always been you, but you weren't perhaps aware of it? And what is the action that one needs to take? The action that the you've always been needs to take. The truth. Stand in your truth, present your truth. The full truth. Nothing but the truth, so help me God, right? Stand in your truth, even if it means starting over again. Okay? Not being afraid of the end, because there is no real end. And what about your other? What kind of action do you need to take regarding your other? Carry the weight, saying you're almost done, just a little bit longer and you're good. And this is about letting go of all of it, right? So here you're all in control. This is trying to resist. You could be doing resistance training, or just carrying too much weight, or carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders. And this is about dropping it all and letting go. Stepping down from a place of power, perhaps. Letting go of control. The action that you need to take towards your other. Okay, and this can be a falling out in the past with an innocent one here. And that could be your inner self as well, and the need to break patterns. Or no longer, acting. This is dropping the act. Drop the act. And end the war. All right, and then you end up with the underlying energy being the devil reverse, which is good, because that's detoxing, and that's your energy, Capricorn. So detoxing any negative energies here of chaos, of codependency and addictions. And there, you're good to go. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, be good to yourselves, and rise and be loved. This was a long one. Breathe. Bye.